Alright, here we go. For those of you that don't already know, I now work for a local municipality. And what in turn that means is I'm stuck plowing town roads and local highways until they release me. And this past storm we got, I have not gotten a grand total of it yet, but we got a lot of snow. We probably got around 22 inches of snow. And I just got out of working with the town, and I was there for a grand total of, geez, how many hours? I want to say roughly 37, 38 hours. So we were there for quite a while. And as you can imagine, I'm pretty exhausted. And I got my own clients, which I gotta try and do right now, so that's what we're doing. Would have been nice to plow with the storm, kind of keep up, you know, as the snow falls, but with my job, that is just not a possibility. You know, I gotta wonder if you people ever get tired of watching the same driveways that I plow, because it's, you know, it's just kind of the same back and forth routine. But what makes it kind of special is it doesn't really happen. Well, of course, it literally does not happen all year round, so I think that's also what really encourages me to want to film and, I don't know, just have it as a memory. Because to me, this stuff is fun. I don't know if you noticed, but at the end of this driveway, this client has 2 driveway markers, and there's another one over by the garage there, and there actually used to be another one right on that bend right before the garage there. So you see the driveway goes straight, and it goes to the right to the garage, and I actually had to remove that driveway marker out of the ground. And the reason I took it out of the ground is, in order for me to be able to clear away from that garage efficiently without killing my back and doing a ton of shoveling, I literally had to put my corner of my truck on the lawn right there. And I guess they were trying to avoid that this year, but hey, I mean, I want to be efficient. I want to do as little handwork as possible, and if that means I need to go on their lawn a little bit, then so be it. I have not had a complaint about me going on their lawn. Normally I try to stay off the lawn when it's kind of, when the ground isn't completely frozen. Say, you know, we get a couple 40-degree weather days prior to the big snowstorm, then of course the ground's going to be soft. But if the ground has been frozen for a while, then I mean, I pretty much could drop the blade of the plow on the grass and scrape a little bit, and it would just pretty much clear the snow off and not really damage the grass for the most part. Of course, there are certain cases where, you know, you are going to damage grass, but for the most part, I haven't really damaged any grass. All the ground has been frozen. So now the right corner of my truck, the right tire, is definitely on the grass. But this is the quickest and easiest way for me to get in here and clean away from the garage. Now, I mentioned earlier that I like to be as quick and efficient as possible. And I try to do as little shoveling as possible, but sometimes, I say it quite often, it's actually quicker to shovel a little bit and to back drag. Say like in front of this garage right now, there's a little bit that I could back drag, but the amount of time and effort it would take for me to back drag this with the plow, it's really just quicker and more efficient for me to do it by hand. So I'm just gonna break out the shovel and clean that away from the garage real quick. Now, to be fair, if I did turn around, I probably could have just pushed that snow forward, but it would have taken a little bit of time to turn around, and I don't know. What's your opinion? Would you rather A, back drag, B, turn around and push the snow forward, or C, get out of the truck, stretch your legs, and shovel? Or I'm sure there's some guys out there that actually have people for that. Shovel partner, or shovel worker, whatever you want to call them. That's generally what a girlfriend can be useful for. And that's not sexist. Because women are very hard workers. That's actually a compliment. I'm sure somebody in the comments is going to be like, oh, you don't appreciate women. Well, actually, I do. One of the hardest shovel workers I ever had was one of my ex-girlfriends. Too bad she turned out to be not for me, in polite terms.